Up, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron here, back again with a very important video. And first off, I wanted to thank Hot Topic for releasing the Yes Daniel Bryan shirt that I picked up today. Yes, yes, yes. Well, let's get on to the real important stuff that you guys want to hear, and that's Raw 1000th episode. What can I say about this episode? One word can describe it. Wow. Between AJ becoming the new general manager, the permanent general manager, Charlie Sheen challenging Daniel Bryan to SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar accepting Triple H's challenge, The Rock saying that he's going to face the WWE Champion at the Royal Rumble, and CM Punk turning heel, The Undertaker returning, Lita returning, DX returning, not just Triple H and Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and X-Pac. Tonight was an amazing Raw. Just gonna start off with Triple H with DX coming back, and no other team has been more controversial than D-Generation X. It was amazing to see all of them back together for the first time in a long time. Actually, all of them back together. And then Damien Sandow, who I thought it was a cool thing for them to put Damien Sandow to come out and confront DX. And I thought it was, just bring up one of your younger stars like Damien Sandow, who was on the rise. Bring him up, have him have a little bit of confrontation with DX, and basically his ass kicked. But I thought it was a good idea to have Damien Sandow interrupt, because he is one of the younger stars, and he kind of needs to build himself up more. So I thought it was a good idea to have him confrontate with DX. Just, it's hard to remember like a lot of the things that happened tonight on Raw. I'm just gonna go off the top of my head here. Charlie Sheen was the Twitter ambassador, and he was watching Raw, and they're Skyping with him from time to time throughout the show. And that was pretty cool. Charlie Sheen is probably one of my favorite actors of all time. The wedding between AJ and Daniel Bryan was Slick being the priest was just funny as hell. Slick is one of the funniest managers of all time. In my opinion, he was just hilarious. And then Vince McMahon announcing that AJ is the new general manager of Monday Night Raw was just holy. That pretty much shows how much faith they have in a diva to be at the top of the show. To be head of the show, to be the general manager, to be in the spotlight all the time. That shows how much faith they have in AJ to be the top, at the top as being general manager, as far as that's concerned. And AJ stood up Daniel Bryan at the altar and proceeded to go yes, yes, yes up the ramp as she left. And then Daniel Bryan stayed in the ring until commercial came back, and CM Punk came out to say that he is the best in the world, and everything that CM Punk has said. And then Daniel Bryan counters that and says he's the greatest ever. And then The Rock comes out, and how cool was it to see The Rock, CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan to be in the WWE, a WWE ring for the first time ever. I never thought I'd actually see that happen. I never thought I'd see The Rock and John Cena in the same ring. I never thought I'd see The Rock and CM Punk in the same ring, let alone with Daniel Bryan as well. And then The Rock saying that he announced that he will be at the Royal Rumble next year to face the WWE Champion, whoever that may be. And he had a wedding gift to give Daniel Bryan, even though he was not married, which was the rock bottom. And then a little bit of a stare down with CM Punk, who had a match later on that night, but I'll get onto that a little later. We had The Miz face off against Christian for the United States. I wish it was for the United States. because the United States Championship needs to change hands. Hashtag fuck off Santino. It was against Christian for the Intercontinental Championship with Bret Hart being the guest ring announcer. I thought it was cool, funny how he did the announcing for The Miz. He said, and now his opponent, and then The Miz theme would hit. He said, The Miz, and then walked out. I thought that was pretty funny. It was a pretty good match. Not much to say about this match other than the fact that I'm glad that The Miz won the Intercontinental title. It's been a while since he's had some gold around his waist, so it'll be cool to see where he goes from this being the Intercontinental Champion, being a Triple Crown Champion. He's been, he's held every title there is to hold in the WWE Tag Team title, exception of the World title, Tag Team title, United States title, Intercontinental title now, and WWE title. So he's won all those titles, so it's a pretty big achievement, and I'm glad to see him with some gold around his waist, especially being the Intercontinental Champion, which is pretty much the workhorse title of the WWE. I wish it was the United States title, but hey, I still can't complain. The Miz is the new Intercontinental Champion, which is pretty awesome to see. Like how I did there? Awesome. And then we go on to have Heath Slater face off against Lita, which was awesome to see Lita back. Lita's probably, between Trish Stratus and Lita, they're probably my top two divas of all time, just because, you know, they main evented Raw together. Who can say, which divas can say they main evented Raw? Only Trish Stratus and Lita can. So Lita returned to face Heath Slater, who had been getting beaten on by every single legend that has come his way to promote the 1000th episode of Raw. And every legend came out that has faced Heath Slater, because he had left the ring and he was going to go because the APA, the Acolytes Protection, I'm so happy to see the APA back. JBL, Bradshaw, and Farouk, aka Ron Simmons. To see them back, the APA, again, one of the top tag teams in my opinion. And then to see every other legend that Heath Slater has faced come out and just, you know, beat on him and let Lita get the win with the moonsault, which was awesome to see. It was pretty cool to see all those legends back. You got DDP in there, you got Doink the Clown, Rikishi, Vader, Psycho Sid, Road Warrior Animal. I was gonna say Hawk, but rest in peace, Hawk. I mean, it was just cool to see all those legends in there interacting and stuff, and it's always cool to see the legends around because, you know, once again, it may sound cliche, but without them, we would not. If without them paving the way, we would not be here today. So it's always cool to see the legends. And then Kane was supposed to come out and have a match, and he ended up getting interrupted by Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal, Camacho, Hunico, and Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex. Can't even remember their names because they're just not relevant. And they're gonna gang up on Kane, and then the Undertaker's music hits. Undertaker comes out, and it's the Brothers of Destruction to return to Raw for the first time in forever. And it was cool to see that as well. I mean, there's just so many things on Raw tonight that were so cool. It's just, you know, I can only say cool so many times, but that's pretty much what it was. And we had probably the best thing besides the CM Punk heel turn was Brock Lesnar accepting Triple H's challenge to SummerSlam. You had Paul Heyman come out, and when I saw Paul Heyman come out, I was like, oh, Brock Lesnar's not going to come out again. It's going to be a no answer, and then it's going to be a yes answer, and he's not going to come out. And when I heard Stephanie McMahon's music hit and her come out, I thought it was great, because whenever any of the McMahons get interactive with a feud, it just makes it better, just because the McMahons have that power to make the feuds better. And for Stephanie McMahon to come out and say, don't talk about my children, don't you ever say anything about my children, her saying that he is just a professional fail, and with everything he's done, he's failed at, with his days in WCW, ECW, and now the WWE, that the lawsuits against the WWE weren't for Brock Lesnar for his own personal gain, because he's failed at everything that he's ever done. And I mean, that's, whoa, like, where did that come from? And for her to just interact with Paul Heyman and then slapping him in the face and then just slapping the shit out of him, which was pretty cool to see. And then Brock Lesnar comes out, and it's so, like, seriously, like, so intense to see Brock Lesnar and Triple H interact, because, you know, finally we get to see the two interact. You get to see Brock Lesnar, the next big thing, UFC fighter, UFC heavyweight champion, and Triple H, the King of Kings, the 13-time world heavyweight champion. Two badasses collide, and it was amazing, because there was so much tension and so much intensity between the two, just from Triple H being in the ring and Brock Lesnar being on the ramp and the stage. And you could see the look on Stephanie McMahon's face. She was like, oh shit, I gotta get out of this ring. And they just collided, and it was amazing to see. It really just was a fight. And Triple H ended up getting better at Brock Lesnar, which what I expected to happen. And the challenge for SummerSlam has been accepted. We are now going to see Brock Lesnar versus Triple H at SummerSlam, and it's going to be a great match. Triple H is going to bring it all. Brock Lesnar is going to bring it all, and hopefully Paul Heyman will be in Brock Lesnar's corner, Stephanie McMahon will be in Triple H's corner, and it's just going to be a war, because that's what I want it to be. That's what we want it to be. Hopefully, after what happened tonight on Raw, that's what's going to happen. I will be happy either way if it just turns out to be Brock Lesnar versus Triple H without anybody in either's corner. I will be even more happy if it's Stephanie McMahon in Triple H's corner and Paul Heyman in Brock Lesnar's corner. That will be a war at SummerSlam, and it would be amazing to see. So then we move on to the main event. I'm pretty sure I missed something. I don't know what, but I'm pretty sure I did. But the main event, John Cena versus CM Punk, and it was not the best match they've ever had, probably the worst match they've ever had. But it was what, not really what I expected. Big Show came out, and well, I expected John Cena to lose. That's my expectation, for him to lose, and to become the first ever person to lose the Money in the Bank privilege after he cashed it in. And CM Punk was just watching Big Show after Big Show came out and attacked John Cena. CM Punk was just watching. And right when I saw that, I was like, he's turning heel. Because if he wasn't turning heel, he would probably do something right now. He's turning heel. So Big Show leaves, and then CM Punk is like, I don't know what to do. And then he brings the referee into the ring, covers John Cena, and then Cena kicks out. And Punk takes Cena back up, turns it into GTS, and tries to go for the GTS, and then Cena counters with the STF. Big Show comes in and breaks up the whole thing and gets Punk disqualified, I believe. And Punk is just watching the whole time. He turns his back, and then he leaves the ring, and The Rock comes out to fight off the Big Show, and ends up fighting him off into the point where he has him down for the People's Elbow. He goes to the ropes to go for People's Elbow, and out of nowhere, here comes CM Punk with a flying clothesline straight to The Rock, and that's what he needed to do. He turns heel, and he gives The Rock a GTS, takes his WWE title, and leaves. Now, I mean, I didn't expect CM Punk to turn heel, but really, when you look at it, how much of a heel really is CM Punk? He's going to get cheered either way by all of us internet marks. Either way, he's going to get cheered by the internet marks. Doesn't matter if he's a heel or if he's a face. He's going to get cheered. How much of a heel? I mean, if you look at it, last year when he dropped the pipe bomb on the whole WWE, where he was supposedly heel at the time, how much of a heel was he? After that, he even got more cheers than I expected. He got even more cheered. He got more cheered and more cheered after everything he's done. How much of a heel is CM Punk going to be? He's going to get cheered no matter what. You can say he's a heel, you can say he's a face, he's going to get cheered no matter what. He's one of those guys where he doesn't have to be a heel, he doesn't have to be a face. He just gets cheered because he's CM Punk. How much of a heel was he anyway back then? Back in 2011, how much of a heel was he? I mean, sure, he was messing with Triple H and saying stupid things about his Stephanie McMahon and about his family and about him and about his movie, The Chaperone. How much of a heel is he really? Sure, he's gonna get booed by all the kids and stuff, and he's gonna get hated on by the announcers and despised on. He's gonna have more intense promos, which is what we crave. It was about time for CM Punk to make a change. He's champion for 8 months now, and he needed a change. He settled a score with Daniel Bryan and AJ. He settled a score with Chris Jericho. He needed a fresh change. He needed a fresh change, and that came with being a heel. And it just, hopefully it'll bring more intense promos and better promos, because as of late, his promos haven't been that good. They've been funny here and there with Goat Face and other things like that, but they haven't been what it was back in 2011 with the pipe bomb and with the contract signing with Vince. Hopefully, by being heel, he will have better promos and be the top heel for Raw, because SmackDown has their top heels, but I don't think that the Big Show is the right pick for the top heel of Raw. I think CM Punk is going to be the top heel for Raw and being the WWE Champion. So, and The Rock saying that he's going to face the WWE Champion at Royal Rumble. Who knows? It could be. I don't really want them to put it on John Cena. Why? Because you just had the match at WrestleMania 28. You called it once in a lifetime. You kind of just demolished that then by having another match at Royal Rumble. Sure, I'd like to see it too, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to see Rock and Cena too. But they labeled it as once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime. Never before, never again, all that crazy stuff. Once in a lifetime. To have a match at the Royal Rumble for the WWE title between Rock and Cena, it kind of just demolishes the fact that, yeah, we had the match. We're just going to have another match now. But the other match was once in a lifetime. Ah, forget that. We're just going to have another match. Don't even acknowledge that. Acknowledge the fact that it wasn't once in a lifetime. Just acknowledge the fact that it was a match. Don't acknowledge the fact that it was once in a lifetime. So I think it would be smart to keep the title on Punk. Maybe have it go between Cena and Punk, but ultimately have it come out to where Punk is the champion by the time Royal Rumble swings around. But that's a long time from now. We got to focus on what's right now. CM Punk is heel. AJ is the new general manager. Brock Lesnar accepted Triple H's challenge. Crazy things are happening on Raw right now, and I can't wait. 3 hours of Monday Night Raw every single week. It's going to be great. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Don't forget to like this video. Leave a comment on your thoughts on Raw 1000. Do you think it lived up to the expectations? What do you think about CM Punk's heel turn? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? Or are you just like me? Do you think he's going to be cheered either way? Do you think, like I do, he's going to get cheered either way? Leave your comments down in the description box. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at HeelGrigs. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Tout. You can find me through Facebook on to Tout. What else is there? Subscribe to Wrestling Guru Society for all your society videos. Go like the Wrestling Guru Society Facebook fan page. And that's going to do it for me, guys. Once again, Aaron here. And that's going to do it for me. Peace!